Hi guys. I've explained to her that I need her to sit down for the video so she doesn't cover everything, but she just wants affection right now. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. On today's video we are going to be talking about the topic of breed discrimination. But before we get this video started, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. We do want to reach a goal of 100,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of this year, so I'd really appreciate for you to subscribe to our channel. With that being said, we also have merch that you should check out as well. It is absolutely adorable, and you can just see for yourself if you scroll down on this video. We have a store with t-shirts, with sweatshirts, and phone cases and stickers available. If you do purchase anything from our store, that goes directly into supporting our channel, so if you guys go ahead and check that out, that would be awesome. Also, don't forget to check out the courses over at Fenrir. They are an amazing online resource that I have used for my pups personally. They are courses that I recommend to any dog owner that is just looking to gain more knowledge. I totally recommend it. If you guys are interested in checking out those courses, the links for those courses are in the description box below. So let's talk about this topic of breed discrimination. I think that everyone has at one point encountered breed discrimination or has experienced it or come across it in one way or another, whether it has been because you are an owner of a dog that is perceived as dangerous, or maybe you have some kind of perceived notion about a particular dog breed. When I was a kid, I grew up believing that Pitbulls were extremely vicious and dangerous, and I particularly remember walking on a street and seeing a pit bull and actually being afraid, even though the dog was just minding his own business. But it was a very real fear that I had, just because of the idea that they were dangerous or vicious or anything like that. One day I was watching Animal Planet, as any kid growing up in the 2000s would do, and I remember I came across the show Pitbulls and Parolees, and I thought to myself, maybe they're not as bad as I thought they were. Fast forward a couple of years into the future, I am now the proud owner of 2 Cane Corsos, a dog breed that a lot of people may consider to be aggressive. Throughout the ownership of both Dante and Peach, I have personally experienced what it's like to have dogs that are discriminated. And although I've had a lot of pleasant encounters and amazing people seeing Dante and Peach, there are always those encounters that are not so pleasant, and for some reason those always stick out more than the 20 other encounters that were very good and very positive. I particularly remember the day that we took Dante in to get his ear cropped, and after his procedure was over, one of the vet techs was bringing him back out, and she said something along the lines of, "Oh, you should really get him, checked out, or maybe work on him or something, because he seems to have a little bit of, crazy eyes. As soon as we took him away from you guys, it's like, I don't know, he just had crazy eyes." So I was really taken aback from her professional suggestion. Mind you, before the procedure and even after, he was playing with the other dogs, totally fine, letting everybody pet him, no big deal, no problem there whatsoever. On another occasion, my husband took Dante over to Home Depot. This was after his ear crop, and one of the employees there reached out to him and was like, "Oh, did you know that those dogs are known for killing people? They were just in the news not so long ago. They chased down this jogger and they mauled him to death, so you need to watch out with that dog." And really the list goes on. Believe it or not, even with Peach, I was waiting on a line at a store to get some paint samples, and the lady in front of me said, "You need to make sure that you stay away from me with that dog. I don't want that dog anywhere near me," especially because she's a big dog. And I remember that it was a little bit after, COVID was really bad and things were getting a little bit better, so I was happy to take Peach out. So we all had to adhere to keeping 6 feet of distance. So we were really far from this lady. We weren't even close to her, and she, kind of made a scene at the store and everything like that. And I just told her, "Hey, don't worry, we're far away from you." Just sharing that to depict a little bit of what I've with my dogs. And unfortunately, I know that there are cases in which owners have been incredibly irresponsible and have these powerful dog breeds and don't put in any effort to socialize them or to train them, and as a result of that they end up having horrible situations. And because things that are more shocking are always put out in the news and highlighted in the news, it really feeds the public's negative perception of these dogs. And there are awful cases of people putting their dogs through horrible situations, abusing them, putting them in dog fights, and then ending up having a dog that is extremely traumatized and aggressive because of that. Not necessarily because the dog is a bad dog, right? And it's a really sad reality. It affects everyone or anyone that does own a dog breed that is perceived by the general public as dangerous solely based on their appearance. So with that being said, we all know that training your dog is important, but it is especially important for anybody who does own one of these dog breeds that people just perceive as dangerous or aggressive. It is very important for owners to take responsibility and hold themselves accountable when it comes to their dogs and training them and their behavior. So it's really important to educate yourself as an owner and make your dog an ambassador for its breed. Make sure that your dog is incredibly well behaved in public, because people are always watching, and there is nothing more powerful than leading by example, and there is nothing more satisfying for a dog owner than to walk your dog and for people to be impressed by him. Personally, when I take Dante out and he's healing beautifully, he's listening to me, and he is, you know, his eye contact is on the spot, and he is just listening to everything I say and holding on to every word. And I hear people say, wow, that dog is really well behaved. Oh, that's a Cane Corso. Wow, that dog is so big, and all this, and just being impressed. There's nothing more satisfying than really seeing the fruits of your labor, especially with a dog like a Cane Corso, or, you know, any Pitbull owner or any Doberman owner or anything like that. It is one of the most rewarding things as a dog owner, and I'm sure that you guys have experienced it, because I know that you guys are always looking for ways to improve your relationship with your dog. And how do I know this? Because I gather that from the conversations that I have with you, whether it's been through social media or by answering your comments. You guys are always trying to inform yourselves, and you guys are always very concerned and preoccupied with your dog's well-being. Remember that just how people tend to hold on to that one shocking story that they hear on the news, seeing you with your well-behaved dog is going to incredibly influence their opinion and maybe even change it. So just as it's important to train your dog, it is very important to be your dog's advocate. If your dog is ever in a situation that you can visibly see, you know, by their body language or whatever it may be, that they are uncomfortable, leave. You don't have to stay there in that moment and make your dog muscle it out. You don't have to accept everybody coming in and petting your dog. It's okay for you to tell somebody no. You know, maybe your dog is put off by something, maybe your dog got spooked by something, and that's just not the right time to do it. It's okay to tell people no. I haven't gotten as far as where I have with Dante by forcing him to do something that he was uncomfortable with. For you guys that have been with us for a while, you know that Dante had a rough start to his socialization, and because of that, I have been extremely cautious in the situations that I take him to, or in the situations that I place him in, because I want Dante to have a positive experience all the time. I control that, right? So I have not made the strides that I have with Dante by just, you know, blasting him with, all right, everybody gets to pet you, everybody does this, we're taking you here, we're taking you there. A lot of it has been baby steps. You know, if I saw that one day Dante wasn't comfortable being really up close to somebody, then we go back a little bit. And that's how training was for him. Of course, not every dog is the same, but the message that I'm trying to convey here is advocate for your dog. if there is a situation that they are uncomfortable in, you don't have to put them through that. To wrap up this video, there is dog breed discrimination. It's a real problem, very unfortunate because of owners that were irresponsible. But I truly believe that if we as dog owners lead by example, we can break those stigmas. So I encourage you to continue to train your dogs, to continue to educate yourself, to continue to put in time and dedicate yourself to building these strong foundations with your pup, building your relationship and your bond, so that you can walk around and just literally show off and prove everybody wrong. So I don't want to end it on a sappy note, but I really do believe that there are no bad dogs, right? And that it's our job, especially as dog owners for these wonderful and majestic breeds, to advocate for our pups and lead by example. So that is what I want for you guys to get from this video. I want to know if you guys have ever experienced any kind of breed discrimination with your dog, or if you ever at one point thought that a particular dog breed was extremely aggressive. I want to know specifically what you want to improve in your dog. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was a bit chatty, I know, but I think that it's a very important topic, and I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye!